If you are trying to scale your info business in 2026 by hiring more people, you will go out of business. And I know because I watched it happen to thousands of course creators at Passion.io. We host over 10,000 of them, from 6-figure side hustles to 8-figure businesses. And they hit the same wall sooner or later. They hire a coach to handle delivery, payroll goes up, profit margins collapse, and suddenly they're working 70-hour weeks managing a team instead of building a business. And then often the best people leave and the bad ones stay. But in 2026, the info business owners making 2 million to 10 million a year, they aren't hiring anymore. They are building AI engines instead. Therefore, in the next few minutes, I'm going to show you the exact 3-engine system that they're all using to scale profitably without hiring a single employee. Because if you keep hiring the old way in 2025, you will always have to hire more people to scale while making only a dime from it. By the way, the templates that I will outline in this video, you will find in the description below. So just grab that if you want to do that for your own business. So let me show you exactly what this looks like. Picture this. You're doing $30,000 a month in your coaching business and things are going really well. But you're maxed out on delivery. You already spent 15 hours a week answering the same student questions over and over again. So you think, oh, I need help. And what do? You hire a coach for $4,000 a month. In month 1, you spend 30 hours or more training them on your methodology, your systems, how you want things done. So you're actually working more than before. In month 2, they start to get productive, handling maybe 60% of what you could handle, but you're still jumping in to fix their mistakes and answer complex questions that they can't figure out. And then month 3, what often happens, they quit because they get a better offer or they're not performing, so you quit them. Or they realize that they want to start their own coaching business because they already think that they figured it all out. Now you're back at square one, except you just burned $12,000 in payroll, plus all those training hours. Your students had an inconsistent experience, and you lost 2 months of momentum. But here's the part that most people forget. You're not done, because now you also need someone to create the content, someone to manage your ads, someone to handle customer support, someone to book sales calls. The list never ends. Every time you solve one problem by hiring, you create 3 new problems: payroll, management time, and the constant risk of people leaving. And that is the hiring treadmill. And it's why most info business owners plateau when they hit 300K to 500K. They can't afford to hire enough people to scale, but they also too burned out to do it themselves. So that raises the question, what are the top scaling info business owners implementing right now? The top 1% figured out AI systems where you don't scale by hiring people to do tasks, you scale by building systems that eliminate tasks. And in 2026, those systems are AI engines, not random AI tools or chatbots. I'm talking about complete engines that can replace parts or at least supercharge entire departments. And there are 3 engines that every info business needs, and each one eliminates the need to hire an entire team while actually producing better results. Think of it like this. Hiring people is renting their time and attention, but then they get tired, they make mistakes, life happens, and then they quit. Building AI engines is like owning the factory. It runs 24/7. It never needs a vacation and gets better over time instead of burning out. And here's exactly how this works. The first engine is the marketing engine, and this replaces your content team. You don't have to hire more social media managers, video editors, or copywriters. Or let's say at least you can automate a ton more to supercharge your existing team. Or you can bring someone in that is maybe way more expensive than what you normally would afford or pay for, but because they leverage entire systems, they feel like a team of 10 people. So your quality goes up while you're saving on the cost side. You know, you need to post content or ads consistently to attract customers, but you're either posting nothing because you're too busy, or you hired someone who creates generic content that is not good enough and they get 0 engagement. The marketing engine has 4 components that work together to fix that. First, the content inspiration engine that finds proven viral content in your niche and automatically feeds you winning ideas. You will never stare at the blank screen again and wondering what to create. Second, the content production engine takes that inspiration and repurposes it in your brand voice using AI trained specifically on your content, your methodology, and your style, not generic ChatGPT responses. Third, the content repurposing engine. So one YouTube video automatically becomes TikToks, Instagram Reels, LinkedIn posts, Twitter threads, all formatted perfectly for each platform. And fourth, the content promotion engine promotes your best content to build engagement and pre-sell your offer effectively. Let me show you the content inspiration engine so that you see how this looks in detail. So here I have all the users across social channels that I think are relevant for my niche. Here's YouTube, LinkedIn. That also works for TikTok and Instagram. And then for all of these, I take the content using make.com, Init, and Epify, which are tools that sit underneath of Airtable to get all the content from social media. If you want to get the template of that, just check the description below. And then here I have their best performing content, what the thumbnail was, what the transcript is of that video, and I get all the engagement metrics so that I see, okay, that video performed really, really well. And then later in a content production engine, I can repurpose that video under my own tone of voice. Awesome. So all just using Airtable with a couple of tools. If you wonder what Airtable is, that's like your Google Sheet, but on steroids. And I've implemented this engine with several clients of mine, and they now have all the content that they need. They never run out of content ideas anymore. And that helps them to focus on recording and to minimize the time they spend on content, because in the end, they are business owners and not content creators. But content alone doesn't build a business. You still need to convert those viewers into paying customers, which is where most people get stuck, because conversion traditionally requires sales calls or a sales team. The sales engine takes the people that show up on your pages that you have attracted through the marketing engine and converts them into paying customers. At the top, you have organic hooks or posts, and they usually go to a free quiz, newsletter, audit call, community, whatever, anything that is free, because trust is low. You build up trust, people then come, get something for free, and that builds up trust. And then on the paid side, because this costs money, you need something which drives revenue. Otherwise, you will only throw money out of the window. On the right, sales calls, extremely hands-on. On the left, sales pages with video sales letters. Little videos, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 7 minutes, up to 30 minutes or 45 minutes long, that create a relationship automated to then convert into a sale, usually around $9 to $999. And you have to pick something that fits to your offer, fits to your market and your ideal customers, and also fits to yourself. Here's why this matters. Most info business owners hit a ceiling because sales calls don't scale. You're not good enough, or you're either personally on calls all day, or you then hire salespeople, but they don't really get you, your vibe and your product. Then you have to manage them instead of building your business. So the sales engine and the funnel behind automates conversion. We, for example, run automated webinars based on the price point. This is really critical to understand. So maybe let's double click on it a bit further. For offers under $1,000, you use a VSL, video sales letter, on a landing page where they watch a short video, they buy immediately. It's fully automated, no calls. For offers between $1,000 to $5,000, you use automated webinar funnels. You deliver 60 minutes of value, teaching your methodology, and then 30 minutes of pitching, converting at around 8% of attendees, running 24/7, even while you sleep, in any time zone. For offers above $5,000, you still use sales calls. But here's the difference. You can use AI to qualify the leads first, asking them about their business, their goals, their budget. It's also called BANT framework: budget, authority, need, and timing. So only perfect fit clients who are ready to buy actually get on your calendar. And let me give you real numbers from our business. We run automated webinars at passion.io where we spend $4 million on ads and generate $5 million back immediately. That's $1 million in profit on the first sale, 0 payback period, and also no sales team managing that funnel. And then with the recurring revenue, we make a couple of million more. And so we make $6 million profit on lifetime over the years. because every customer is in a subscription, buys over and over again automatically. And that, of course, leads to a much higher lifetime value over time than what we collect on the first sale. The webinar runs completely automated. We're literally making money while I'm recording this video. And the only human involved is when someone books a call after the webinar because they qualified for an even higher ticket offer, or for the media buyer to every now and then check in how the conversions are. Now, here's what's powerful. The marketing engine fills the top of your funnel with attention. The sales engine converts that attention into customers automatically. But there's still one massive problem that kills most info businesses even after they make the sale. And that's delivery. This is where most course creators struggle, and it's why the delivery engine is actually the most important of the three, because it feeds content to the marketing engine and it helps the sales engine to work better. And here's the reality. Your students buy your course excited and motivated. They log in and see 47,000 modules in 8 hours of content, and their brain goes, wow, I don't have time for this. Where do I start? And 80% of them disappear before even finishing module 2. They don't get results, which means no testimonials, no referrals, and you're stuck selling to cold traffic over and over again at higher and higher cost because you have not good enough social proof. Your first instinct is then to hire coaches to support them, but now you're paying $3,000 to $5,000 per month per coach, training them on your methodology, managing their workload, and dealing with inconsistent quality because every coach delivers your content slightly differently. The delivery engine solves this with UAI, and this is not generic ChatGPT. This is an AI coach trained specifically on your course content, your methodology, your voice, and it's available 24/7 for every single student. When a student gets stuck at 11 p.m. working on your course and types, I'm confused about Facebook ads, how should I run a Facebook ad? The AI coach immediately responds with, great question. In module 5, Sarah breaks down her 3-step ad framework based on what you told me about your budget. I would recommend starting with the awareness campaign approach. Here's exactly where to find it and what to focus on. Boom, with a link to that exact video and lesson. Instant answer, personalized to their specific situation and guiding them to the exact lesson they need right now. Let me show you what this does to an actual business, and I will just show you how we use it ourselves. In a community with a couple of thousand members, down here behind my little face, you see that? There's Dan AI. Let's try it out. I really want to run Facebook ads. I don't know how it works. How do I create an effective ad on Meta? How does even a good ad look like? Please tell me, what should I do first?
Starting with Facebook ads, focus first on defining your target audience based on who will benefit most from your app. Use small budgets initially to test different ads. Create clear, compelling visuals and messages that speak directly to your audience's needs or pain points. A good ad looks simple, eye-catching, and has one clear call to action, like download now. Track conversions to see which ads work best and optimize accordingly. Retarget people who engage but don't convert right away, as they are more likely to become users. Begin with your first ad test and track its results closely to learn. What app audience do you want to target?
That was a really cool conversation. Dan AI didn't point me to a specific lesson. If we go on with the conversation, it will. I can show you how this looks like. Here are cards that point me to a specific lesson inside my courses, and they will pop up here. Then I can just click on it. Think Fathom, where you ask something and then it tells you, hey, minute 39. That's where you should watch the exact answer to what you just asked. If you do not know what Fathom is a transcriber of your meetings so that you don't have to take notes, and AI will do that for you. Okay, anyways, and that AI coach sits right in the middle of all your courses and libraries and helping your clients to succeed one-on-one, personalized to their specific situation. Engagement, course completion rates were really low, ballpark 10%, which is already so much better than the average 4% completion rate that is industry standard, and a success rate even lower normally, right? To now having a ton of conversations, we see 70% less tickets because people now have a conversation with Dan instead of sending a message to our customer support team. So we save time, we save money, and customers get a ton of value from that 24/7. After implementing UAI as the delivery engine, the completion rate jumped to 60% for some lessons. support time dropped to 2 hours per week. The VAs that we had, they're no longer needed. And what really changed the business is that more students really finish the programs and get results. And when students get results, they post testimonials, they refer their friends, they buy your next offer, and your marketing becomes exponentially easier. And with that, stronger testimonials, stronger conversion into your products. And with that, you can not just retain better, but also convert better. And this is the part that ties all three engines together, because you can have the best marketing and the best sales process, but if your students don't succeed, your business will always struggle. When you implement all three AI engines together, here's exactly what changes in your business. First, your profit margins explode. Instead of spending $200,000 to $300,000 a year on payroll for a content team, sales team, and coaching team, you're spending maybe now $10,000 to $20,000 in AI tools and systems, which means if you're doing $500,000 in revenue, you can keep now way more profit than before. Second, you scale faster because there's no hiring delay. You don't need 3 months to recruit, hire, and train someone before you can grow. You just build the system once and it works immediately at any volume. Third, and this is the one that changes your life, you actually get your time back. Way less managing employees, way less putting out fires, way less being the bottleneck of every decision. Your business runs on systems instead of your personal time and attention. And here's what this looks like in practice. The marketing engine attracts your ideal customers automatically through consistent, high-quality content. The sales engine converts them into paying customers 24/7 through automated funnels. And the delivery engine gets them real results, so they become your marketing team through testimonials and referrals. And the whole system compounds. Better delivery creates better testimonials makes your marketing more effective marketing fills your sales engine with higher qualified leads, and the cycle repeats while you're working on growing the business instead of being stuck inside it. This is how you build a 7 or 8 figure info business in 2026 without hiring a ton of people. So here's where you are right now. You can keep trying to scale the old way, hiring coaches at $4,000 a month, content managers at $3,000 to $5,000 a month, salespeople at $5,000 to $10,000 a month plus commission, watching your payroll eat your profit margins while you work 60 plus hours per week managing the team. Or you can do what the top 1% are doing and implement these 3 AI engines with the tools, which is UAI, link in the description. And if you want to work with me one-on-one with Marketing OS coaching, also link down below. In the end, scaling in 2026 is not about hiring more people, it's about building better systems. AI engines give you the leverage of a 20-person team without the payroll, without the management headache, and without the risk of people quitting. That's how you build a business that's more profitable, more scalable, and actually gives you your life back. Make sure to also check out this video where I talk even more in detail about how I would scale to $10 million profitably with these 3 AI engines.